And hello fellow Techers, Space Bandit here with another episode of WOT Tanks, and today I bring you another guest replay, and this time is from the player with gamer tag FreddyFMB, but for simplicity's sake let's just call him Freddy. So he is in his Super Conqueror on map Mountain Pass, and we're gonna get a ridiculous game, absolutely ridiculous game from this guy. Hold on to your seats, guys. It's gonna be a good one. And to start it all off, he's got a very stubborn E100 that doesn't want to let him pass through. And unfortunately, yes, we do get players like that in the game. Now, if you block these guys coming this way, it's a problem, because if you're late to the party, crossing through J4 area or J5 area, then you're going to be in trouble. So, yeah, that guy was a little bit of a, you know, whatever. I don't want to call him names, but yeah. Doesn't matter. Looks like Freddy got himself in a different position here. And this position is going to work for Super Conqueror because of, you know, strong turret armor and the fact that there is no RD in play. Now, Freddy normally wouldn't be able to do this with RD in play, but because RD is not in play, he can easily utilize this position. He can use this hill in front of him for gun depression, and as you can see, he's actually using a little bit of elevation, so he pushes his tank slightly up so that his cupola is not as visible as it normally would be. So that's a good play, and a very experienced play by him, and he's gonna make plays that are quite experienced in this game, and I'm gonna try to cover the situation and what he's doing in game. Especially we're gonna pay attention to the map and see what happens there. So early on, he's been putting shells into these medium tanks in the middle. Easy shots for him there. By the way, my apologies for the third-person view. He said that he wasn't recording, and he basically got this game from the replay system after, and he said he didn't realize how good that game was, so he decided to send to me. And unfortunately, we won't be able to see where he's penning, but because of the result and how ridiculous this game was, I decided to show it on my channel, and I hope you guys will enjoy it anyway. So as you can see, he went down to the dip, to the bottom area. He's trying to put crossfire into these guys on Ice Road at C7, right? The only dangerous thing here at this point in time is that whoever is at E2 or E3, they could be putting shells into him. But because he cleaned up most of the tanks that were crossing, and now he can see that only couple of medium tanks are visible there, and his team is pushing, so they're busy dealing with that. They will not be pushing him at this point in time. Also, the light tank is there sitting at E3, so these guys at E2 are in a crossfire right now. At the same time, Freddy's just putting side shots directly into these guys on the Ice Road. So fantastic position for him. He's hold down right here because of that elevation in front of him, so he can easily use his tank to his strengths. So that's exactly what he's doing. He's gonna try to drain this Conqueror right now. He looked quickly on in the E2, E3 area to see what's happening with those medium tanks, and he decided to move forward because there is no more risk in this situation for him to get hit from the side. So quite smart play right here, and he can focus directly on these guys on this side of the map, right? So here I think he's trying to push forward, but then he realizes that there is this E3 approaching. So he puts a shell into him, and he's gonna hide. And it's a good play because E3 has a strong armor, especially if it's facing you, and has that huge alpha of over 800. Yeah, last thing you want to do is get hit by that E3. So he's gonna have trouble penetrating him, I think, over here. And he mentioned that to me in his email, that he was trying to shoot his cupola and he couldn't really hit him. And E3 was really hiding his lower plate, so he had a difficult time hitting the E3 and getting him down in health. But because he's playing his tank pretty good to his strengths, E3 is gonna have trouble penetrating him as well. So, and he's doing the same thing over here. He's using his strong turret armor, but he uses that slight elevation of the imperfection of the ground, right? That slight little hill to his advantage. Not only that, he's moving from side to side to make it difficult for E3 to hit him, because if you just straight up going back and forth, the opposition can easily aim at your turret at your weak spot, at the hatch or a cupola, right on top of your turret. But if you move from side to side, it is much harder for the opposition to line up that shot. And that's exactly what Freddy's doing here. So he keeps on putting shells into this E3. Looks like E3 is upset, it says negative, because he's in a crossfire at this point in time. And yeah, I like what Freddy's doing. I like the fact that he's actually changing those positions and moving from side to side. That's a very good play on his part. So now that E3 is gone, he decided to come up here and engage these guys on top of the hill over here at C4. Now he realized his team is dead. All of a sudden everybody vanished up here. So he needs to pay attention and see what these guys are doing, right? Now, from what I remember, there were 2 TDs left on top of the hill over here. I think he checked that earlier. There was a Badger. There we go. There's a Badger. And there's also, I don't remember, was it E4 or E3? We'll find out soon enough. First, he's putting shells into this Badger. And let's see. Is that... It's an E4. Okay. E4 is better than E3, but still quite dangerous. So he got himself into very good position here because he's hold down and he's using his gun depression. So these guys gonna have heck of a time trying to hit his cupola. The only problem is these guys are relatively full health. Now his bad shot comes over and he distracts them. He's trying to go around these guys, but I don't know if that was the right play by Batshot. I know that Freddy told me that was on purpose. He asked Batshot to go in and he said he's going in. But the problem is because he died, now those 2 TDs can push Freddy, right? And luckily he's full health, so he might be able to survive this, but we never know. So he's gonna battle these 2 guys. He's gonna have to take low HP gun out of the game first, and I think that's what he's thinking. But he low rolls on a Badger, unfortunately. Now both of these guys are 1 hits. So who is he gonna take out? E4. He managed to take out the E4. Now he's going to concentrate on the Badger. Badger puts a shell into him. Ammo racks him. He repairs really quickly, but his friendly takes out the Badger. And at this point in time, there's only him and another heavy tank. I didn't catch who the other heavy tank was left in the game. But there's still light tank on the opposing team. And at this time, we don't know where he is. I don't think that light tank was ever spotted. So they're gonna try to go and look for him. Well, I guess the best play at this point in time is to go and cap, because, you know, chasing light tank on a big map like this would be problematic. So I think both of them should be going for the cap at this point. And I think that's exactly what they're doing. But take a look at this game so far. He's sitting at 2 kills, 29 penetrating hits. I don't know what this is going to equate to. Let's see at the end of the game, but it's going to be quite a high number, guys. And there it is. T100 LT is AFK. Wow. Wowzy. So he's going to farm him right here still for additional shots of damage. But I think at this point in time, he realized, wow, I'm only on 3 shells. So, and I think he was hoping that Under the Giant's not going to take that shot, because he wanted Fadin's medal here, I think. And for those of you that don't know what Fadin's medal is you have to kill your last enemy with your last shell. And through all my years of playing, I've never gotten that medal. So as you can see, Under the Giant did a great job disengaging, and he's gonna leave this kill for Freddy, and Freddy takes this guy out of the game for his Fadin's medal. Fantastic. Fantastic that his teammate actually decided to leave that kill for him. Fantastic. So he lost credits because he was shooting APCR rounds mostly. And I think he's grinding for his 3 marks. So I'm not gonna condemn him for using premium rounds. Everybody does that when 3 marking nowadays. But still a magnificent result. Oh my goodness. 11,000 damage, boys and girls. I think that's the highest damage I've seen in a Super Conqueror in this game. Or a video. That's the highest damage video I've seen of Super Conqueror in this game, with 11k damage. Absolutely insane. He finishes with Mastery Ace Tanker, obviously with Fadin's medal. 2029 base XP, 3 kills. He fired 40 shells. He had 33 direct hits and 31 penetrations. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable high damage game. I've never had a high damage game like that in any of my tanks, guys, but who knows, maybe one day. Anyway, guys, thanks to Freddy for sending this replay to me. I really appreciate that. I enjoyed commentating to this game and bringing it to you guys on my channel. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.